Let's talk about the word from the Harvard Business Review. It said AI won't replace humans, but the human with AI will replace human without AI. So this statement is true. So if someone can use AI, they're gonna have an advantage over the one that cannot use AI. For example, let's say think about like 10 years ago, if you start using the Google Map, and today you already use Google Map efficiently, right? And then when you go to the interview, someone gonna ask you that can you use a Google? Can you do Google Map? If your answer is no, if your answer is you cannot use it, you don't know about it, right? You have a tendency not to get the interview. Likewise, for the ChatGPT or the AI tool as well. In the future, if they ask that you can use ChatGPT, you can use ChatGPT to find the knowledge. If you cannot do it, you're gonna have less advantage than the one that can use the generative AI or the ChatGPT. The same thing. So you need to start using the ChatGPT. You need to start using the Gemini or the AI tool to improve your productivities. But before that, I would like to focus on the role of the generative AI or the role of the AI first. So the role of the AI in the age of AI, they have three roles. The first one we call AI consumer. That means you use a tool, you haven't customized any tools, but you use a tool and you become smarter. We call AI consumer. This is the first step in the AI era. The second one we call AI builder, or sometimes we call AI engineer. That means we can build the AI solutions. We can call API, we can customize to put some of the building block from the AI component or the AI stack to build the AI solutions. So this is kind of the developers or the engineers roles. And the last one we call AI expert. It's similar to like a scientist or the researcher who build AI or to develop the new language model. So for you, I just want to just start to pick the right path first. Do you want to be the AI consumer or the AI user? Do you want to be the AI engineer or to build AI applications? Or do you want to be the scientist or the researcher uh, to do the research about the AI or to write the academic papers for the AI? At least I want you to be not only for the AI user or the AI consumer, I want you to be the responsible AI consumer, which is include the concept of the responsible AI, including three words. The first one we call fair. The second one we call accountabilities. The third one we call transparency, and the last one we call ethics. I will go through one by one based on the AI consumer, and I gonna go to the same thing but for the AI researcher or the AI builder. So if you are the AI consumer, how it gonna fare for the any AI user? That means the tools that you use can be used for anyone, not biased to some of the subgroup, or it's not fair for anyone not unable to use the tool. So this is the F or the fair. The second one, accountabilities. If you use the tool to create the image, you need to validate that image is right, that you want that image, and you need to be responsible to share that image. Or you use AI to write the Facebook post. You need to validate it to check the correctness before you share. If it create the wrong image or the wrong sentence, you need to responsible for the result as well. This we call accountabilities. The next one we call transparencies. That means you need to tell that you use AI tool to send an email, to draft an email. So you need to put a footnote that use ChatGPT to draft the email, and you is the one that you finish that email before send it. So this is a transparency that you selected the tools. The last thing is ethics about AI consumers. First, you should not use any privacy data from someone else without any consent. You should not use the AI to violate the copyright. So this is a basic we call FATE, F-A-T-E, fair accountabilities, transparencies, and also the ethics for the AI consumer, which is the first step that you need to become the responsible AI consumer. On the other hand, if you are the AI builders, right? Let's say you want to build the model, the predictive model to predict the house price. what kind of the fair issue or fair concern about building the house price? The input of the models. So if you want to predict the house price for the Bangkok in the Bangkok area, right? But you just put the input only the northern Bangkok into the model. That means you bias to input in some area to the models, not the whole Bangkok into the areas. So this is we call the bias, and it's not fair. The second one is accountabilities. So whatever you build a model, you need to responsible for the quality of the model, quality of the result. And if the model that you decide to put the deployment in, put into actions, and they predict it wrongly, you need to accountable, you need to responsible for that result as well. So this become responsible AI builders. The next one we call transparencies. When you build a model, right, when you build a predictive model for the house price, you need to be transparency about the algorithm that you pick. You need to be transparency about the process that you build the model. Sometimes if the data have been biased or imbalanced, you need to transparency to make it more balanced to get the right qualities. This is we call the transparency. Another thing that include in this transparency example is when you can predict the house price. Let's say the house number one you predict is 5 million. The second one you predict is 7 million. You need to have something called explainabilities that why it's 7 million, why it's 5 million. Because the 7 millions they have a 3 bedroom. The 5 million they have only 2.5 bedroom. So this is the one that you can explain why you get the result based on the model. And the last thing is we call ethics. The first ethic is you should not use any secret or any sensitive data from the unreliable source. This is the ethics that you need to have an ethic to use the data, especially the sensitive data or any like privacy data. And also the ethics to use the model as well. If you build a model to predict the Bangkok area, you need to be ethical not to use in the different area because it's different patterns. So you need to make sure that the model is fit to the model, not to rely to the other area. So you need to rebuild it to customize it to that area. So this is a basic about the role that you want to be the user or do you want to be the builders. And also, if you apply the responsible AI concept called FATE, FATE, which is include about fair, accountability, transparency, and ethics. The responsible AI has been evolved several years. So the FATE is one of the concepts that we learn. But we're going to learn other concepts that had evolved along the way from the UNESCO and from the enterprise as well. And I'm going to summarize what the ethics look like in the future as well.